We completed an 8-hour workshop
when he picked up the phone himself personally and called an unknown Louis Stancer to congratulate him for downloading the 10th billion song on iTunes.
Know your product inside out. Know your competitors inside out. Because if you do, you have an advantage. You have freedom of mind.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all our fans and friends. This is Jumpstart Monday. I wish to each and every one of you to have a productive week ahead and hope everything will go as planned. Let's see who's here. Bambos Panayotou, good morning, MV team. Startup Mondays are becoming an addiction. Hey, Michael, when does a habit become an addiction? Bambos, you know more about addiction since you love wine than I do. But yes, I'm so happy it's becoming an addiction. Everyone, let's see who's here. Sotia Christou, always from YouTube. Good morning, Michael. Jumpstart Mondays. Excitement kicks in once again. Guys, you make me feel great. Thank you, Sotia. Thank you. What a lovely audience. Guys, you jumping into this, it doesn't make me as motivated as your comments. We're broadcasting live on LinkedIn, on Facebook, and of course on YouTube. Let's see who else is here. Dimitris Roussos, good morning. Positive vibes on Monday. Yes, Dimitris, positive as always. And good morning, Antonis from Larnaca. Our friend Dimitris Katopodis. Good morning from Nicosia. Great to have you. Great to have you here, Dimitris. Let's see, Doros. Good morning, Doros. How you doing? The person behind all of our banners and our artwork. My friend George Ioannou. Good morning, George. I've been seeing you very regularly here. Excellent. Thank you for being here. My friend Nikos Karalambidis. You should check out his podcast. Amazing podcast. Hello, Nikos. Hope you are doing well. Thodoris Dimitropoulos. Good morning, Michael. Good morning, Thodoris. Always a pleasure to have you here. Guys, my question to you is the following. We're going to be talking about servant leadership. And since I know that our tribe comes up with the best proverbs and the best definitions, I would like to know from you guys, what is servant leadership in your opinion? What is servant leadership? Just before I go on to analyze our online course, book, and proverb, what is servant leadership to you? Joanna, good morning. We love your work and I love you too, guys. Thank you. Thank you. You give me the courage to go on and to continue. Leonidas Alexandrou, kalimera φίλε μου. Good morning, my friend. Leonidas is a very good friend, great trainer as well. Great to have you, Leonidas, here with us. And just before we go on to talk about servant leadership, just let me know, what is servant leadership to you guys? What is servant leadership to you? Let's see, what is servant leadership? I'm waiting for your definitions before I go on. Excellent first definition by Dimitris Roussos. Servant leadership is all about someone who thinks of his or her team first, and then he thinks or she thinks of himself. That's exactly what servant leadership is all about. Thinking about your team first and having a great team at the same time. Bravo, Dimitris. Amazing definition. It captures everything all into one. Waiting for some of your definitions as well. And as we're doing this, let me announce our winner of the Stand Up, Stand Out. That's a yearly complimentary subscription for the people who shared this episode. And there will be a winner next week as well. I'm going to be giving out every week a complimentary Stand Up, Stand Out public speaking course for 1 year, complimentary to lucky winner. Just share this episode. Just mention us when you share it, and we will see it. And there will be one lucky winner. You can share it on Facebook, you can share it on YouTube, or you can share it on LinkedIn. And even if you watched it recorded, you can still share it, because we don't come up with the winner up until the previous day from the next airing. So our winner for the stand out for last week is Christalla Panayotou. Christalla, congratulations. You win the Stand Out online course on public speaking. That's a yearly subscription, complimentary. The only thing you have to do is drop me your email here, and I will be sending you a passcode to join it for a yearly subscription. And you guys, if you would like also to win a yearly subscription, please share this episode with your friends. You can share it now, or you can share it after the episode is done. And we want more people coming on to our shows. We want to touch more lives. Let's see who's here. Good morning, Christalla. Good morning. So let's start with the book. The book is Wooden on Leadership, written by John Wooden and Stevie Jameson. This is perhaps one of the most influential books I've read on leadership and on servant leadership. It was given to me by Dominique, a friend in Hong Kong, when I went to train Henleys and partners in Hong Kong. He came to my room after the training and he said, Michael, if there is a book you should read, this is the book you should be reading, which is Wooden on Leadership. And inside the book, there are lots of pearls of wisdom on how to lead your team. But there is one thing that really stuck in my mind. It was when John Wooden was asked, how come the American USA team, basketball team, which has immense talent, went to the Athens Olympics in 2004 and did not manage to win the gold. They lost from teams like Argentina, Lithuania, and Puerto Rico. And when John Wooden was asked, how come? Because they were beaten by teams that didn't have talent, or at least they had one or two players capable of playing in the NBA. John Wooden answered in 8 succinct words, just 8 succinct words. And he said the following: we send great players. They send great teams. If you want to win in business and in life, first and foremost, you need to send out great teams, not only great players. And how do you send great teams? Well, this is the online course that I would like to talk about. It's Ken Blanchard, the author of the 1 Minute Manager on servant leadership. It's an online course on LinkedIn Learning, and I would highly, highly recommend it. There you will understand a few things. First and foremost, that as leaders or as managers, we're there to help our teams, our team members. Our number one customer, and I totally agree with Ken Blanchard, our number one customer is our colleagues, are our colleagues. It's not our customer, it's our colleagues. Because if we take care of our colleagues, they will take excellent care of our customers as well. What Ken Blanchard suggests is to turn the hierarchy upside down. Instead of having ducks underneath, people who say, quack, 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 it's our policy, quack, 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 it's our, they told us to do this, quack, 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 we cannot do anything. You need to have eagles. You need to turn the hierarchy around with people who can take decisions and help customers. It's not about policy, because a policy is there to make life difficult for your customer and easy for your organization, but you should have philosophies. You should think win-win. How do you do that? You show concern for your people, you train your people, you're always there for them, you understand that they are the number one asset of your organization, and only then, when you help them grow, you will manage to have growth within your organization. Which takes us to our proverb of the day, which is a proverb from one of my favorite leadership gurus, John C. Maxwell. And it says the following: growth is the only guarantee that tomorrow you'll get better. If you want to improve your chances of a more successful personal and professional life, you have to go through the avenue of growth. We need to understand that we need to become better every day. If we get better 1% on a daily basis, just 1% on a daily basis, then we can grow by 365%. We have become 3.5 times better as professionals and as human beings just by improving 1% every day. How do we do that? By going through the avenue of growth. How do we go through the avenue of growth? Get an online course, attend an online course, read a book, and read Proverbs as well. So before I get back to the chat and see who else is here, let me say how in my case, what we've done. One second. Let me tell you what we've done at Virardi when I was working for our family business in terms of servant leadership. The first thing that I've done as soon as I came back from my studies and then attended a course by Jeffrey Gideman, I was so much influenced back in Charlotte in the United States, we started training our team on a weekly basis. The first and most important thing we've done is to start training our team every Monday. The cleaning lady would come into the training, our CEO would come into the training, everyone, even our technicians would come into the training. It was 30 minutes training every Monday, non-stop for 7 years. At the end of July, they sat for exams. And if they got 50 and over, they stayed at the company. If they got below 50, they left the company. But because they say the students are as good as the teacher, we had over 50 in all the cases, because it's not only what you tell them, it's how you tell them things. And this way, we improved our service towards our customers. The other thing we did is that I used to start all the trainings with our heroes of the week. And the bar was raised every week, week in, week out. So for example, the first time we started, if you picked up litter from the ground, that meant excellent. You wanted to preserve a clean space, well done. But the second week, if you stayed on a call with a customer until the customer arrived at the Virardi premises, then you were the hero of the week. The third week, it was all about going where the customer was and where they couldn't find your address and picking them up or asking them to follow you with the car and bringing them back to the Virardi offices. Then we introduced the mistake of the month. So every month, at the end of the month, all of my colleagues would come in and say what was their biggest mistake, what was the biggest thing they've done, the biggest mistake. And the reason we were doing this is because first and foremost, I wanted our colleagues to feel comfortable admitting to their mistakes. And secondly, because where the bone breaks, if you heal it, it becomes stronger. So no one got punished. The person who got the most votes, so I used to come in and say, I had an appointment with a customer on Monday and I forgot to attend. So all their colleagues voted, and the person who got the most votes won a voucher for 100 euros to buy anything they wanted from Virardi, vouchers to stay at hotels that were customers of our company, and so forth and so on. But I would know exactly where we failed. And in order to get into the draw, our colleagues, I don't like calling them employees, but colleagues, associates, would recover. They had to recover to get into the draw. So by recovering, we became closer with our customers, loyalty was built, and we managed to surpass our sales year after year after year, first and foremost, because we started helping our team, our associates grow, and because we started providing excellent customer service towards our customers. My dear friends, servant leadership is all about your team, helping them grow, helping them understand how they and our customer can move on to the next level. So let's see who else is here. Kalimera Nikki, good morning, Nikki. Desislava, good morning. Valia, good morning. Something that is missing here in Cyprus, probably you're talking about helping our team grow, and in many companies, very true. So, an online course, just to go back to show the online course, Ken Blanchard on LinkedIn Learning, book by John Wooden on leadership, in order to have great teams, not only great players, and last but not least, a proverb by John Maxwell. Dear friends, please feel free to share this episode on YouTube, on LinkedIn, or on Facebook, and you get a chance to win the Stand Up, Stand Out online course, just like Christalla Panayiotou has won hers. Thank you very much for attending. Wishing to each and every one of you a productive week ahead, and talk to you